Hey guys, what's up? PipSnipers here, back for another update. Let's take a look at XRP over here. And so if we take a look at XRP all the way back to 2017, 2018, we're now at the point where we've been accumulating at the lows for over 685 days. And long-term holders are definitely pulling their hair out, right? As you can see by the sentiment. But little do they know that we are going into phase E. And phase E of Wyckoff accumulation is what I like to call point of no return. Usually with phase E, you do tend to most of the time you do tend to take out your last all-time high. Now, if we analyze what the structure of XRP has been doing for over 2200 days, we can see that 2017, 2018 was our first run up. So right here in 2015, you had the creation of your coin, right? So this was the creation of your coin right here in and around 2013, 2015 region, right? So this was the creation of your coin. You have the founders sell at the extension, they bring it back down to do a double bottom. It chills over here for a bit. And then what we have is our first run up. Okay, this was our 2017-2018 bull market. And then you have, and now remember, whatever goes up must come down. So you're going to have your A wave. Okay, now this is not XRP didn't do a traditional ABC correction. What it did was a 335 Elliott wave flat pattern. So we had a 3-wave move down. Okay, we had a 3-wave move up. Now this over here is your March 2020 run up. You had your 3-wave move up, hitting the 78.6% fib. And just remember that the reason XRP didn't go past its all-time high in March 2020, 2021 is not because of the SEC, but simply because of the fact that this was a B wave. So we had a 3-wave move down, 3-wave move up in March 2020, 2021. And then when Bitcoin topped in 2021, we had a 5-wave move to the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, finding support at the 78.6% fib. So this over here was your A, this over here was your B, and then we just finished the C wave right now. And you would normally think that we would just continue up from there, but no. What we need to do before we have that continuation is accumulation at the lows. So what we've been doing here is Wyckoff accumulation for over 685 days. Now entering into phase E. Phase E is point of no return, targeting liquidity above your last all-time high. So this is what XRP likes to do. This is actually what all assets like to do. It likes to form a base. It likes to form a base before continuing higher, and that's exactly what XRP is doing. Looks like we're in the backup phase. It's about to finish phase D and go into phase E. Okay, remember, 685 days of accumulation. And when we zoom in on the wave count over here, let's take a look at the subwaves for XRP and as well as the higher time frame wave count. So, just like I showed you in the diagram, right? You had, or this drawing that I did for you guys over here. In 2013, 2015 region, you had your initial run up. Founders sell at the extension. They bring the price back down to do a double bottom. Then we chop around here for a bit, and then we have our run up. Okay, our wave 3, a very explosive wave 3, going up over 170 to 100,000%. Then we have our A wave in a 3-wave move. We have our B wave, and then we have a 5-wave move down for our C wave, and then we enter into Wyckoff accumulation. With XRP bottoming out with the rest of the market, okay, in January 2023, we had our 5 waves up, and then we're right now we're within a wave 2. So once this phase E comes to fruition, then we will be starting our wave 3 to the upside, which will likely take you to double digits. Okay, so it would likely take you over $2.60, but we will definitely alter the waves as price develops. in the Discord. So if you haven't clicked the link in the Discord, if you haven't clicked the link in the description, please do. You get access to over 300 plus charts, the ability to ask me any question you want with a live community. So let's get back to XRP over here. So let's go on the hourly time frame. What we see is 5 waves up, okay, hitting the 1.236, which is a common target for an ascending broadening wedge. And then we enter into a triangle wave, right? You have a 3-wave move within each of these waves. And if we zoom in a little bit, you can see every single wave is accounted for. Okay? And what did we do? So now I think the most important wave of them all is this E wave right here. And the reason I say that is because look how look how we sprung down, right? We had our 5 waves here within this C wave of our E wave, and we ended up forming a descending broadening wedge. We stopped here. We had a little bit of a pause, right? Then we went up a little. This over here was your bull trap. Then we had a wave 5 overthrow of the pattern. Remember, retail likes to use trend lines. So whenever you have a overthrow of a pattern, then this would likely be your spring. Okay, so this over here is your pure capitulation move to the downside. We had it with Bitcoin on April 13th. Okay, so we can consider this as our bottom, and look where it came to, right? If we go on the 4-hour time frame and we take a fib from the very bottom, so the bottom of January of 2023 up to this 93-cent high, look where we came down to, the 70.2% fib. Okay, that's very significant. So we had a wave 5 overthrow of this descending broadening wedge for our C wave. Not only did we have an overthrow and capitulation, but we also hit the 70.2% fib right on the dot. Okay, you see how we perfectly wicked there? That's your market maker buy orders right there. Okay, and then what happens? What happens after your selling climax? You have an automatic rally, because there's so much sellers stepping in and retail traders dumping their bags here. You're going to have the composite operator buying up all that fear. They bought up all the fear, it causes an automatic rally to the upside. And then you have what's called a secondary test. Okay, so we have a secondary test coming down to the 38.2% fib, or the 50% fib, I should say. And then we have a second fail, and then we have a second fail break. After your second fail break, you're likely going to come down one more time to liquidate all of these over leveraged traders. Okay, because once it hits this 50% here and then rallies from there, they're not going to make it that easy. Just remember that. This is your second fail break. Then you come down for a secondary test in phase B. Now, it may not go down this low. What we can do is take a fib and see where this rejected from. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a fib from the top of our B wave down to the bottom of our C wave. Okay, let's take a look at the 61.8% fib, and you can see that we did reject there. Okay, we rejected at the 61.8. Okay, so it wouldn't surprise me we come down a little. Let's also put the 70.2% fib on our chart, along with the 78.6% fib. And the reason I say that is because once you get over this 70.2% fib at 0.579 and the 786 at 0.6011, then it's very likely that the acceleration phase is going to begin. We're stalling at the 618, right? So this could be our second failed break over here, right? So it wouldn't surprise me that we come down just a little. So what we're going to do is take a fib from the very bottom over here up to the high, and let's place some fibs on the chart. Okay, it can come down to any of these fibs for your secondary test in phase B before creaking out of the right side and then continuing up from there. And then once you get over this region over here, that would be the start of your acceleration phase. Now remember what I showed you in the last video, right? You're going to have a parabola in every exponential type of graph. You're going to have a parabola. So this is your parabola. And then once you reach a certain point in the parabola or in the cycle, the parabola gets steeper, right? And once the parabola gets steeper, the gains become quicker, right? So it's slow over here. This is the lag phase, lag phase, lag phase. And then in XRP's case, once it gets above this region right over here, this 702, 786 region, right? This over here would be the exponential phase. That's when the exponential phase would start. So yeah, gains do accelerate to a point where it becomes where a lot of investors can't fathom the move, right? Much like 2017, right? It was just one huge straight line up, and to the naked eye or to the untrained eye, they couldn't really fathom what was going on. They just saw the thing would not stop, okay? But we can definitely map out all of these waves using Elliott wave and other strategies in our arsenal. Okay, so looks like we're just coming down for a little bit of a retrace just to liquidate all of these overexcited traders. Okay, probably come down, knowing XRP, it loves to come down to the 70.2% fib. So if it does come down there, don't be worried. I still do think that this is the bottom. Okay, if we do come down, it will likely just be a retrace. Let's put some other fibs here on the chart. Okay, there's the 38.2, and let's remove this drawing over here, just so you guys don't get confused. Okay. Okay, yeah, perfectly came up to the 100% fib here on the linear scale. Okay. Okay, so it wouldn't surprise me we come down just a little bit with Bitcoin, and then we blast off on out of here. Okay, so this is XRP here. This is the wave count. I showed you guys Wyckoff accumulation and how we've been accumulating at these lows for over 685 days, right? And yeah, I really do think that XRP is going to shock a lot of people in 2024. And just remember that these wave targets are subject to change, right? Because one little move like this or one little move like that can change these targets, right? So if I won't be updating regularly on YouTube, so if you want to stay updated on this wave count and you want live updates throughout the day and the ability to ask me any question you want with access to over 300 plus assets, then click the link in the description below, because I won't be updating this wave count on YouTube. I will be updating it only on the Patreon. I hope you guys enjoyed the XRP video. There's nothing to worry about. I'm still very bullish on XRP. I do think this was the bottom. I think we bottomed with Bitcoin on April 13th. Before I leave here today, let's take a look at the DXY. Okay, now the DXY is still bearish. Okay, it rejected off the 88.6% fib, printing a bearish head and shoulders pattern. And I still think we have much more downside to go. Let's go on the 4-hour time frame. we do see distribution over here. Okay, now I do have another DXY chart that I'd love to show you guys, but I am going to reserve it for the Discord. You see how we perfectly came up there, right? This is a distribution schematic. Okay, it comes up over here, rejects, and then continues its way down. So the DXY is bearish, right? And I'd also love to show you guys my S&P 500 and US stock market charts, along with the FANG and equities. But I will be reserving that for the Discord. Nothing to worry about, guys. XRP is still bullish. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, just let me know. Peace out, and take it easy. See you in the next one.